Welcome to Module 8, Negotiations. And there's a saying that, like Chinese people will always bargain when shopping. And there's this, I found one article on one consumer magazines. They kind of have different variations in the concept, the aspect of negotiation actually. One focuses actually on basically how you should negotiate. Another article talks about not the way how Chinese people should, their culture and their style of negotiation more importantly. And that more or less this journal will reflect that Chinese society is a collectivist culture, so many of their styles will vary as opposed to some of the Western cultures of the countries. A very strong and significant diagram that shows the 5 conflict styles for negotiation, and China, being a collectivist culture, have adopted 3 out of the 5. And they are accommodation, avoiding, and compromising styles. Which is saying that compromising means that they have equal concerns for both parties, and accommodation is that they have low concern for self and high concern for others. Finally, avoiding is that they have low concerns for both sides, so for them and the buyer. Although this may not reflect the actual practice of bargaining in the market, but it reflects that how the Chinese people, that during conflict situations, that they will show more consideration for others because they know how to do business. And another article, not an academic one, it just shows that how Chinese people should be doing bargaining. A shopper going to China may expect to save at least 50% of the original price. This does not apply in the big shopping malls or like high-class restaurants, and because their prices are fixed. And mentions that there are 4 types of shoppers: a local shopper, a foreign shopper, a tourist, and the local foreigner. And in China, because in China prices will fluctuate based on the customers. It's not saying that they're racist. It's just that saying that they have different styles of selling towards the different segments of the customers. As I mentioned, the local, the foreigner, the tourist, or the local foreigner. And many vendors will get the best price because tourists will often stop bargaining if the deal is really bad. And you can't really bargain on everything you see. For example, as I mentioned earlier, in some of the malls and food at a restaurant, and when you buy a car in China, you can't really negotiate. There's just no negotiation at all. And before you buy, you should always compare prices at different places. But do not negotiate at one place and then leave and then come back, because the vendor will assume that you've compared prices already. And if you see a defect, talk to them right away. And you might still want the product, but they'll usually give you a lower price. And that completes my Module 8 negotiation.